Good morning, good evening, or good night, folks. I'm your host, Simon Redhand, and welcome back to Gaming Red-Handed. Today we're going to be checking out a game called Song of Rats. Now, this game just caught my attention as I was going through the new demos that have been showing up since the Next Fest. Now, the Next Fest is over, but for some reason, something about this game caught my attention in terms of just, it is a text-based game, but it was described as one of those choose-your-own-adventure games with a lot of story and detail, and something about this, looking at the screenshots, made me want to go in there and just see what it was about. So the game is coming out today, the full version, but this is the demo here. I'm going to check out the demo first to see if I like the game, and then if I do like it, I might go ahead and play the full version of the game itself. So we're going to jump in here. I haven't actually played it all, so we're going to go and see what's up. So we'll go for story mode right away. This game is a full-on, old-school text-based adventure. Have you guys ever played MUDs, which are basically, back in the day, I used to have these text-based RPGs where it would just describe what's going on, and you would make a decision, and then the story would kind of play out like that. That's the idea of what's going on here. So we're gonna go through it. I gotta make some adjustments because right now I feel like the volume is very high, but in terms of the music itself, I don't imagine there's any voice acting going on here. I think everything about how this game was described as this full-on text-based adventure. All right, so it starts off with, why are you hitting the road? Our last hope. For some time now, your settlement has been getting worse and worse. Disease, poverty, insufficient harvest. The time has finally come for you to do something about it. Do I have any other choices here? I'm guessing that's the only choice you get. You get to choose your name. Red hand. How you look? It's the old school 2D pictures here. The art style here actually is not too bad. I like how it's presented here. It kind of reminds me of like the pixel art. We're gonna go with this gentleman here. Body. The body value is useful in events that require your strength and physical endurance. Increases maximum critical damage. Mind value will help you in events that require your intelligence. Knowledge increases the chance to deal critical damage. The spirit value allows you to cope with events that require mental resilience and willpower. Increases the chance of dodging combat. Well, that's interesting. We're going to go with some good body, the mind, and maybe one spirit. We'll go with that.
This world is a vast, ever-shifting labyrinth of shadows. How did it come to be? No one truly knows. Some whisper it was forged in battle. Others believe it has always lingered here, an eternal nightmare. Perhaps it was the cruel craft of gods who hate us. All we know for certain is this: it is the only world we have ever known. We dwell within its depths, wandering through ancient ruins. Like rats, we crawl on the bones of long-dead civilizations. Each of us singing a fragile song, desperate for it not to fade too soon. Few who dare to enter the wreckage ever return. Some seek peace. Yet most find only the abyss of madness. Some yearn for solace. But what awaits them is the rawest form of horror. And still, others venture deeper into this labyrinth, chasing answers, salvation, or perhaps the faintest glimmer of hope. But maybe you will be the one whose song finally endures.
Now, for those of you who were born in a year where a 1 is in front of your year of birth, Choose Your Adventure was the original title for Roguelite, which basically means we're going to go through this. We're going to try and make choices, and hopefully our character survives, but it might end up in death. There used to be a whole series of books on this where you'd read it. It'll tell you something happening. It'll say, turn to page 31 if you want to do this, or 100 of this. And it was really cool, really cool concept. And it kind of spawned all the video games that kind of were based on choice. It's the reason why I love games like BioWare when they used to do it. I don't know, they're kind of a shell of themselves these days. But prologue, the beginning of the path. For years, you have lived peacefully in your settlement, somewhere in the depth of a destroyed wreck. You haven't even thought about traveling deeper in this dangerous maze, but finally something changed. Perhaps these are tales of wanderers and traders. Perhaps this desire to break away from everyday life has always been in you. Or maybe it was the crisis that hit your community that pushed you on your journey. The important thing is that you prepared supplies and some necessary equipment one day and said goodbye to your loved ones, promising to come back. You know everyone is counting on you. They hope you will return carrying treasures that will save your village. As you leave the village, you are approached by an old Mohan, a village elder. He tells you about the place where you should start searching. He tells you about rumors and legends of an ancient place built by hands other than human. There you can supposedly find unimaginable riches that will save your settlement. You talk to Mohan for a while and then finally set off with at least some vague destination in mind. Right. So I got a spacesuit, a techno crossbow, 15 health, doesn't really say that much. Do I have an inventory here somewhere? Nope. Very, very basic. Can I click any of these things? I can't click anything here. So let's see what happens. Oh, here we go. So I'm guessing this is a grid here where I am on the map. And this area here is fights. So if I fight these mutants, I'll get loot. So I'll get loot. This has 4, I'm assuming it's 4 attack damage and 7 life. I think when I took a step, I lost 1 food there. Spirit danger. There's gear to collect here. Weapon to collect here. Loot. So you know what I'll do here? I'll go over here to collect this weapon. In the former armory, you discover a plasma crossbow. Its light discharge indicates that it's still working. The plasma crossbow, weapon power 6, minimum body 3. If you take this weapon, it'll replace the one you currently have. I'm assuming that's what you see. Well, I'll take it, of course. You shoulder the crossbow, feeling the power of the plasma bolt. You know it's a weapon that can change any fight. Alright, and then we'll go over here and take out some mutants. Around the corner of the corridor emerges a mass of oozing flesh. Mutated humans unable to control its instincts. All that remain are aggression and hunger. Alright, let's take care of this guy. The mutant lunges at you and he responds with all your might. Blood and mucus cover the floor in a brutal exchange of blows. Assuming it went down with that 1 hit. So I lost 3, but he has 6, so I guess he can take 2 hits because he has 7 life. Does he still get do damage on me though when I hit him? Slimy massive mutant falls to the ground, letting out a final hollow roar. You survived, albeit with difficulty. So I got 5 food from that. By eating him? Where'd I get 5 food from? No. Alright, so we exchange damage, but that's a good thing though, right? When I kill him, I don't take damage at the same time. Let's take the camouflage suit. You notice an abandoned camouflage suit in the mushroom bushes growing in the corner. Its surface still shimmers slightly in the light. It's a camouflage suit of armor. Gives you 3 armor. If you take this armor, replace the one you have, which I don't have anything. So we'll take that armor. You put on the suit. Feeling it blend in with your surroundings, this can definitely help in emergency situations. Alright. An opportunity for a companion. Let's go see what that is. AT-44, the dog. As you walk down one of the dark hall corridors, you suddenly hear a strange sound. After a moment, you recognize it as footsteps of four limbs. Something's following you. You wonder whether to try and hide or prepare for a fight, but you don't have a chance to decide. Suddenly, the shape emerges from the darkness. You recognize it as a small quadruped. You've heard of such creatures. They were called dogs. This one doesn't attack you. The dog comes closer and turns its head to the side, staring at you. You notice that aside from the head and a few organic features, the dog has numerous cybernetic enhancements. Pet the dog. You approach and gently pet the dog on the head. He seems very pleased with this. You notice that the animal's cybernetic armor has a designation AT-44. You decide to take it as his name. You move on, your new companion following close behind you. I wonder if I have to start feeding him now, though. But missing that +1 is him. That means when we attack, he's probably getting an additional attack, which means I can probably one-shot these creatures now. You made it through the day. Time to rest, even just a little. So I got 5 XP for going through the day. Save my progress there. A low companion that will attack any of your enemies, deals 1 extra damage with each of your attacks. Other than that, he's incredibly cute, semi-mechanical dog. Woof, woof. Alright, let's move on. I didn't count how many moves it took, but it was like 3 moves before a day ended. I wasn't paying attention to how that was tracking. This thing is strong as hell. 30, 10. Robotic Arachnid only has 10, so it's going to take a few hits to deal with that. Swarm of Worms, this is a danger. Mechanical Forge, body opportunity. What's that? You come across an ancient forge. You have no idea what it might have been used for in the past, but the heavy equipment could serve in you strengthening your gear. That is, if you have enough strength. Unfortunately, after several attempts, you discover you're unable to move the old machinery. You feel disappointed, but you move on. I wonder how much strength you need to move that thing. These creatures are getting much stronger. I feel like I have to actually start fighting stuff to get stronger. We'll go with the pirate here. Throughout the wreckage, there are plenty of bandits preying on others. Your path crosses with one of them. He smiles cruelly at you, ready to take everything you have, including your life. Let's see if this armor helps. Fire attacks you with a gun in his hand, but you counterattack, preventing him from taking the initiative. But he still took 3 health. And I took 9 on him, 2 points critical. Pirate falls down with a curse on his lips. His plans for robbery end in silence of the emptiness of the wreckage. Oh, the suit took 1 damage, but does that mean if I didn't have the armor on, I would have taken more damage from that? I'm not even sure. Is it each AP discards how many moves I can do per day? I'm guessing that's what it is. Did I have 4 AP? Ancient weapon labor. It requires mind. My mind's only 1. Let's see here. Check out the armor here. In the ruins of the workshop, you see a powered exoskeleton. Mechanical arms appear to be functional. It's an exoskeleton armor 8, minimum body needs is 4. I can't use this though, because my body is not high enough. That sucks. I kind of wish I knew how much it needed before I started that. I'm gonna be guessing I need to start grinding more in order to get my damage up. Let me heal myself. You enter a large hall that might have once been a warehouse, now completely abandoned. You start searching for supplies or useful equipment. You find some damaged device that may still have some value. Okay. I don't even want to mess with spirit opportunities just yet, just because I don't have any. Spirit. communication station. When you enter the room, you immediately notice that it reacts to your presence. You recognize some kind of old communication system device. It seems ready to send a message. Perhaps you can establish contact with someone friendly. Maybe even get some help. Perhaps the opposite. You wonder if it's worth the risk. You decide to send a signal. You press the button. For a moment, nothing happens. Finally, you receive a response. However, it's not the kind of response you hope. Instead of a return message, you hear footsteps turn around, and it's clear that the fight is inevitable. Oh, it's a group. Damn. At first, you hear the sounds, but you don't have a chance to retreat. Suddenly, you're surrounded. At first glance, they appear to be ordinary travelers, but from their demeanor, you can tell they have reached places that have changed them, making them not entirely human anymore. 14. That's not too bad. 5 attack. I feel like trying to run will just end up taking damage. Surrounded by a group, you parry their attacks using every skill you have. This is a battle at the limit of endurance. I lost 5 health, the enemy lost 7. Let me find that. Each attacker falls to the ground. Defeated, their inhuman form makes you feel relieved and disgust at the same time. My weapon took some damage though. I leveled up, that's good though. So here's what we'll do. Put some points in the body. I only get 1 point? Okay, alright. Oh, it's kind of like Dark Souls. Each point kind of costs a set amount of experience. I have 1 more AP left. I don't even know if I want to mess around with definitely don't want to fight just yet. Actually, I might have to. I need to get loot. Let me just go in here. Let me check this out. Weak signal alarm. At some point, a high-pitched squealing sound reaches your ears. At first, it's very faint, but it quickly grows louder. The source of the sound is directly in front of you, so you quickly make your way to the source. The source of the signal turns out to be an alarm device lying on the floor next to a mutilated human body. Right next to it, you also find a backpack containing several valuable items. Ooh, that's good. Scrap. Okay, good. All right. That's a good day. Nothing to kill me there. I need more. I'll eat some of this, but I need more food. Definitely gotta do more loot runs. Your journey continues endlessly. You've never suspected that wrecked land could be such a grim place. You think of it as a graveyard, but it's full of strange, dangerous, and dark life. You wonder if you did the right thing by leaving your hometown. But you remember the most important thing. You did it to save your people. Bring them hope for salvation. You think you can find it in the place you just arrived. The interiors you walk through have many traces of destruction and the passing of time, but you see something different in them. Something you haven't seen before. They seem alien, as if they came from a different world. Despite the destruction and the undoubted antiquity of the place, it also seems somehow more advanced than anything you've seen so far. You've probably found the mysterious place Mohan spoke of. You wander around and see the interior as if from a crazy dream. It seems that you're not the first here. You have a hard time finding anything of value. You're slowly losing hope that the legends will turn out to be true. Eventually, you come across a familiar shape. After brushing away the dust, you discover an old, rotten book. As you leaf through the crumbling pages, you find that you can understand some of the passages. They mention an ancient, abandoned artifact that could bring salvation to your settlement. So you take the book with you, ready to follow its directions. You go in search of the mysterious artifact. Alright, so found a book. We're not sure what the direction they're telling us because they didn't actually let me read it or anything like that. I'm guessing if I keep going forward and don't die, I should be able to figure it out. Let's do these fights. I'm gonna take out Void Body Danger. Curious what that is. We take out the sentry system first. I should be able to one-shot this. Suddenly the walls come to life. Hidden alcoves reveal complex systems brimming with weaponry. The corridor has been fortified with defensive systems that have deemed you an enemy. I should be able to take this out one time. You fight your way through a hail of lasers and missiles, returning fire. Every step is a fight for survival. Damn. I lost 1 damage, or you only had 7 life. How did I only do 6? Oh, I guess I did. Yeah, I did lose 1 damage, right? You destroy each defense module with precision. The corridor becomes safe again, although traces of the fighting remind us of the past danger. Well, I didn't lose any more damage, which is good, but I didn't get anything besides XP. Oh, what? I only can do all. I gotta start paying attention to how much AP I get for the end of the day. I literally only had 1 move in me. Let's move on. I need more food. I'm gonna end up dying soon. I only have 1 move again. Energy sword. This is dangerous. I don't have any food, so I can't heal myself. You see an energy sword in the shadows of the ruined chamber. His blade still shimmers with the faint light of plasma. Weapon power 2. Terrible. Leave this. Half animal. Maybe I can do this with half animal. I only have 1 food left. I definitely have to go fight. The decaying carcass of the animal is merely a puppet controlled by a parasite. Your problem now is that the parasite is seeking a better host. Well, we're gonna one-shot you, so... The animal charges and you narrowly avoid its teeth and claws. You fend off each attack at a frantic pace. The parasite leaves the animal's body, leaving only a carcass behind. You're safe again. Good. Nice. Let's heal some. I can't go to 0 because as I wake up, it's going to take 1 away. Right. We're just going to pump body for now. We have 6 AP, so we got a bunch of moves here. Let's check the weapon out first. At the edge of the field is a destroyed hull. You notice a pulsating laser. Its compact design suggests high precision. It's a pulse laser weapon, power of 4. No. It seems like the crossbow I found was just better at the beginning here. We're gonna check out this. Heavy debris. Under the pile of heavy debris, you spot a glimmer that prompts you to stop. There is no doubt that something valuable lies beneath the rubble. You start grabbing the fragments, excavating as much as you can. Nice. And we'll do the abandoned hideout also. In the rubble, you discover a peculiar intentionality, as if someone wanted to hide something. Perhaps something valuable. You begin to rummage through the hiding places to retrieve all the valuable items. Or scrap. Question mark points here. We'll do this first. Command center. When you enter the circular room, everything suddenly becomes to life. Somehow the screens on the walls are still working and now display a continuously updated map of the area. Thanks to them, you can get a much better plan your route. Find a shortcut, -1 AP. Find a new way, +1 AP. We'll find a shortcut. After a moment of analyzing the maps, you notice a shortcut that seems relatively safe. It seems to you that thanks to it, you'll be able to finally find a resting place more quickly. Okay, so I'm guessing the idea of getting to the next day is considered a good thing. And if you want to keep exploring, you want to get that plus AP. So that shortcut meant I have less things to click on, right? So I was going to be forced to pick 2 of these question marks. Now I got to pick 1, or I can decide to try to fight. I don't have enough food to push to fight, but I also need regen. So this thing has 15 health. It's gonna take me 3 turns to try to kill this thing. I'm not gonna be able to kill any of these things without dying because they're damaged. Like this is gonna one-shot me. This is gonna kill me. This is gonna kill me. Let's hope that doesn't kill me. An ancient temple. You find a hidden area that appears completely forgotten, therefore safe. The monumental interiors and decorations fill you with profound spiritual peace. This place must have served as a spiritual center. You come across fragments of a philosophical and spiritual treatise. You stay in this place to rest and regain your strength. You use your time to read the treatise, accompanied by the sound of still functioning robot monks. Nice, I just got +1 spirit for going in there, +5 health. That was a good choice. That's good. I'm almost full health again. Alright, let's move on. And we're gonna keep trying for weapons because we need a better weapon. Well, it's the same with pistol again. No. Nanite blaster. Let's try this one. Among the fragments of the torn robot, you find a nanite blaster. Its small size and advanced appearance attract attention. Nice, thank you. Oh, mine. I can't use it because of the mind. Okay. We'll try to collect this armor. Semi-organic exoskin. In a damp corridor, you find something resembling a semi-organic armor. Its surface seems to be alive. Armor 4. We'll take this one, yeah. You put on the armor that quickly adapts to your body. You feel this symbiotic bond with you. Alright. Just need food. We're gonna lose. It take too many turns to kill this thing. It might kill me in the process. Check this. Mutant astronaut. Oh no. This spacesuit is hanging on the wall suddenly comes to life. Inside it, there's still an astronaut who reaches places he shouldn't have. He lunges at you with a muffled scream behind the helmet. Okay, not too bad. The astronaut suit hits you hard, but you deflect the attack and start a counterattack. The fight is gaining momentum. The astronaut falls, and his destroyed suit falls to pieces. You're safe again. Only 1 food. That's terrible. Terrible. Only 1 food? That was not a decent trade. We'll go check this. Rebel, you discover a particular. Okay, so the text is the same for this. You discover particular intentionalities if someone wants to hide something in the rubble, and there's some scrap. Finding all this scrap just don't have anything to do with it yet. Lose 1 more food. All right, we're gonna be spatial spectrum. That is a no. A bunch of armor here. Pulse laser. I only have 1 turn. Let's try the pulse laser. Oh, she's a settlement here. Let's check this out. The various nooks of the wreckage. Quite well-functioning settlements sometimes emerge. You reach one of them. The inhabitants, initially wary, eventually seem to accept you. They ask you for your help with their task. I only have 5 bodies. What happens if I do it? I don't have enough body for it. Does I just die? Life in the wreckage is no easy matter. That's why it's worth helping each other out. Unfortunately, you don't prove to be much help. You struggle with the task the settlement habits give you. Eventually, you give up, and after a rest, you leave the place to continue your journey. Well, I have no more food. I didn't get anything from that, but I didn't lose anything from it. That's good. All right. Acid launcher. A pile of scraps. In one of the wreckage, you discover an acid launcher. Its tank still filled with greenish corrosive substance. Sure, why not? Mutagenic spores. That could end badly. The strange smell in the air immediately arouses your concern. Tiny particles are flying everywhere, and unwittingly you inhale them into your lungs. You feel like these particles are doing something strange to your body. You try to leave the area quickly as possible. You know that everything now depends on the resilience and strength of your body. I didn't lose anything from that. I didn't gain anything from that either. It was just a negative event. Okay. I guess that was an event that if I didn't have enough body, I would have lost something then. I'm just gonna have to fight, even though I don't have enough for this. I'll do this one. I'll lose less life doing it. Actually, no, he's not gonna die. I gotta do this one. You're stopped by the shout, and after a moment, you hear the footsteps of several people. You are surrounded by a group of wanderers. However, they are not like you. Instead of searching for discoveries, they hunt others to take everything from them. Now it's your turn. The nomad attacks you, screaming, but you respond with a series of precise blows, forcing them back. That was a fair trade. Should be able to end this. The nomads fall one by one, their battle cries fading into silence. The group is broken up and you can move on. No damage, that's good. No food either, that's terrible. Alright, damn. Alright, I'm just gonna take the L here. First glance, they appear to be ordinary travelers. We've fought the group of crawlers before. Alright, so the armor is gonna give me some reprieve here. I should be able to do this. It's gonna be a tight fight. Oh no, this is the end. This is definitely the end. You eventually become too weak. You want to keep going, but you can't. The journey to the depths of the wasteland has proven to be too great of a challenge for you. You collapse in the darkness of the ancient wrecks and ruins of long, ancient, extinct civilizations. Another song has come to an end. Alright, so we'll leave that first playthrough there. I do like the premise of the game. The playthrough's been hard though. It's going to take a while to get used to it. I'm assuming that going through all these runs, you're going to get used to seeing the names of the items, knowing what they're going to be. I don't imagine they're going to have some RNG to it, but that's just me guessing. So I'm going to do a few runs, and maybe when you do the run and you see the RNG of the items, if there are any RNGs, you'll get to understand like what it means when you see like a certain weapon's name show up and how much body it's going to take, and you'll save AP that way, right? I'm not sure if how I chose to start with my stat progression was the right way, but it was this situation where, you know, I think I avoided too many fights because I think I have to fight more to get food and all that. But I don't know, it's hard to tell how I could have improved that. I think playing the game over and over again is probably gonna get me there. I think I might pick up the game. It was only like $11 on Steam, so it's a pretty cheap game. It's like 40% off right now. I think the normal price is gonna be around $15-16. So I definitely gonna give another playthrough. I definitely do that. But I'm gonna do another video though. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for dropping by as always. I appreciate you guys for giving me your time. Have yourselves a good morning. If this is the only video you watch me today, good afternoon or good night. What?